If you weren't doing this basketball tonight, what do you think you'd be doing on a Monday night?
Probably watching TV or playing on my Xbox. Nothing productive at all.
What do you normally do in your spare time when you weren't playing basketball?
Basically nothing. Basketball's just like taking over, so any time I'm bored I just go on the park and play basketball.
If you weren't playing basketball, what do you think you'd be doing?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't want to think about it looking at people our age nowadays.
This is Grimsby, a proud town, most recognisable by its famous fishing port and Victorian architecture. Behind this rather tranquil exterior of clear rivers, historic buildings and lively street life lies a problem. Some parts of Grimsby are amongst the most deprived areas in the whole of the UK. This is the West Marsh. Although these streets look peaceful, the atmosphere feels lifeless. Many parents are housebound because they can't find work and their children don't have gardens to play in. By the time it gets dark, a lot of kids are still bored, and the only thing that seems worth doing is roaming the streets, either drunk or high. Still, these souls have lives, or at least dreams of a life, and through these doors, the dreams of many have managed to come true. The Grimsby Snaprats is a basketball club that keeps on growing. It was in the making about 5 years ago, when Robin Russell, who's a qualified sports coach and former national basketball player, began coaching at Hereford School. He was there for about 2 years and ran the school's basketball team. Sadly, he decided to leave the school to look after his wife, who was diagnosed with cancer. Eager to continue playing the sport, he was tracked down by one of his former players, who wanted him to coach them again.
Yeah, we started an outside court at Muncham Academy.
Oh right,
Very
That's why with like 7 of us.
Yeah, 7 of us and Rob the coach.
Now there's over 100, 3 different teams.
It's like I said, I rang everyone up, I got the phone and rang everyone up and I got hold of Rob. And he came down and sort of took over and it was, a lot of thanks to him. Yeah, he came down, there was 7 players there, none of us could really play basketball on an outside court. And he just thought, I can do something with this. And he turned it into a club over 100 members.
Now we have a presentation evening.
Yeah, years of presentation even, it's just what he's done.
We thought we'd spend an hour throwing a basketball in a netball hoop, and maybe 2.5 hours later we were still playing on that court, and I was then asked would I be prepared to put a club together, and the rest, as I say, is history, because yes, I thought, well, why not?
The club proved a hit with kids in the West Marsh. Today there are 4 standalone teams. The Snaprats is the club's senior team, the Lightnings is the club's junior team, and then there's the Lightning Ladies and one more team that's in the making.
This is going to be called Grimsby Vikings, and they're from the East Marsh. The majority are from the East Marsh of Grimsby, again from deprived areas around there. And again, the idea is to put them together, and within a year of training, again, at the ages of under 18, they will hopefully become their own standalone team in their own right. So all of them will come under the Grimsby Snaprats umbrella, but they will all be standalone clubs.
This was a promo video made for the Snaprats a couple of years ago. Many of the players shown here remain at the club, including 18-year-old Nicole, who struggled to free herself from an environment of drugs and alcohol. Today, the club brings her hope and opportunities.
You said that basketball was good because it took you away from people who are drug users and alcohol users. How long ago was it that that period began where you were hanging out with those sort of people?
Oh gosh, it was just before I moved out.
Oh right.
So 3.5-ish years ago. But I just finished school and I thought, oh, I'll go through the rebellious stage, but I never took anything because I'm too much of a wimp to do it. Because like you keep getting offered it, or you hang around with those people, you think, oh yeah, I can try this, but every time like they were like, oh, you can have a bit, I just kind of wimped out. I was like, no, because it's not right.
That's good.
But that's when the arguments also started because my mum thought I was doing it and I wasn't.
Nicole was thrown out due to the constant arguing with her mum. Today, she lives in Willowgate in a house she feels less intimidating than her previous accommodation where she says she was surrounded by drug addicts. Although she's in a better place physically now, she's also in a better place mentally thanks to the support of Robin and the club.
When I went back, because it was only like a 2-3 month period, so when I went back, Rob still, like, he had the doors open and he was like, you can come back at any time. So knowing that someone was there after I'd gone through all that and I wasn't on my own, it gave me that confidence to be like, yes, I can build my life back up. I may have knocked it down hanging around with those people, but now I can go to college, I can do the basketball, I can get all the qualifications I need.
I spoke to Councillor Ian Lindley, who represents the West Marsh, to talk about the struggles faced by children living in the area.
I think in the West Marsh, I would probably put drugs and alcohol together, and it has been a significant problem. I think there's high levels of high unemployment within the West Marsh, and we have families clearly that are living in poverty, and I think that in itself encourages younger people to maybe get involved in alcohol and drugs.
One thing that makes the Snaprats so unique is that it's a club that welcomes anyone, not just children who come from difficult family backgrounds. The standard of play is very high, and the affordable sessions attracts players from all over the country, including national player Matthew Abbott.
Whereabouts are you from?
Goxhill.
What club do you play for?
Kingston Panthers.
And what made you decide to train here?
It's a good session that does a lot of stuff and it's reasonably priced.
Okay. What's different about this club compared to when you train at?
It goes over a lot of basics and it's very useful just to keep going over it so you keep getting better.
Okay. What part of your game would you say has improved since the short time you've been here?
Ball handling.
While the £2 sub fee is affordable to players like Matt, for some of the locals it's too much money, leaving Robin having to pay out of his own pocket. Consequently, getting club funds is a struggle.
It would be nice really if we were able, or I was in a position to say, right, we're a self-sufficient club, that because of fees that we get in for coaching and not coaching but for matches and for court hire, we're able to stand on our own 2 feet. But because of the type of player that we have, they don't always have enough money readily available to cover even the cost of a court hire. So really it is frustrating that everyone really supports us in the type of club we are, being a community club, but trying to get the financial backing and the stability to ensure the security of the clubs and the future of the players takes more time than it really should.
Having a club in such a deprived area is a real struggle, particularly when everyone is expected to pay money that they don't have. Councillor Lindley said children's centres have helped to improve the likelihood of the West Marsh population find employment.
Within our Shore Start Children's Centres now, we offer some community learning services where we offer maths and English, and they actually come out with a level 2 or level 3 qualification on that, and that's actually a jump start for them, and it's helped them, and it gives them a start and gives them a chance of actually getting employment, because then if you get the parents into employment, that's going to have a positive impact on the children.
Helping the players find employment is something the Grimsby Snaprats prides itself upon. Several players have already started coaching. Nicole and Robin's daughter Victoria have done table officiating, from which they've sometimes earned a little bit of money. William, the older brother of Victoria, coaches the Rugrats, the new under-12s team, as well as making other contributions.
I'm enjoying the role I've got with the club at the moment. I'm learning a lot from my dad, so maybe in the future that I will become a coach and have my own basketball team in the years to come. But as things stand, I'm quite happy playing, doing a bit of coaching and just generally trying to help the team best I can.
The Snaprats needs all the help it can get if it wants to maintain its strength. Its popularity is evident, and Robin's coaching abilities have been praised and recognised. In 2012, his efforts won him the Humber Basketball Association Community Club Award for Coach of the Year. The last thing that Robin and the players would ever want would be for the club to come to an end.
There's no way that I'm going to go down without a fight. The club won't end, as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter what hardships I might find myself, my own family in. There are still 100+ people out there who have built into a community, who are a community, who work together, play together. They go out, not clubbing, but they go out together at certain times of the week, and it's something that really is dear to their hearts as well as mine. It's something their parents, guardians, carers, whatever, know is a safe environment for them. And as we're a fit for purpose club by our own governing body, it would be terrible from, I think, a community point of view if the club were left to fold. Again, that's why we need to get a stable long-term future sorted for it.
And now it has actually become quite a big part of my life because it's helped build confidence in other areas as well. So obviously playing against new people when you're playing a different team in different areas, it helps.
Has this club improved any specific areas, or has it just improved?
It's my social skills, leadership skills, you know. Take a lot of management, take a lot into management job with me because leading people, coaching people, interacting with people, it's happened quite a lot in the outside world.